Fidelity Bank PLC held its SME Funding Connect in Lagos, which was aimed at bridging the gap between entrepreneurship and their access to capital.
If you talk about the CBN Intervention Fund, Fidelity Bank has disbursed about 2.3 billion of that fund so far. Fidelity Bank has also partnered with the Development Bank of Nigeria to the extent that we have already disbursed 9.6 billion of Development Bank of Nigeria funds. All of these most of these are single-digit interest rates. What we did was to also encourage entrepreneurs to aspire to get funding through a structured means.
You will agree with me that Fidelity Bank is playing a leading role in SME and retail banking space. And the issue of SME is a very topical event in this economy today. It is very, very important. It's not something that we should treat with kid glove. And that is why in Fidelity Bank, we are giving it every attention and every detail that is required.
A lot of people, as we know, rely on small and medium-scale enterprises directly or indirectly, because entrepreneurs, no matter how small or big, will play a big role. They contribute to labor, poverty alleviation, and revenue generation. So SMEs around the world play a big role in the vitalization and development of national economies.
Panel sessions were held, focused on how entrepreneurs can access capital.
We are talking about the MSMEs. We are looking at people that have less than 250 workers. And in terms of turnover, people that have less than 650 million in turnover.
Even in the recent survey that was carried out by the MBS and SMEs, from the current figures, the SME actually makes up about 50% of the GDP of the country currently.
With young entrepreneurs or with small entrepreneurs, it's usually they have very good ideas and they think they can come to a financial institution and get money. It's not quite that simple. You have to make sure that your business is bankable and that when you do take a loan, you'll be able to pay back the loan.
SMEs and small businesses are very focused on the idea and they don't understand the market and the competitive environment they're operating in.
It's very clear to us that certain sectors of the economy cannot in any way compete with others to access credit or finance. Especially we're talking about manufacturing, that is very well represented here, and agriculture, for instance, cannot possibly compete with oil and gas to access credit. And that brings us to the mandate of the Development Finance Department of the Central Bank, which is primarily to create credit to the real sector of the economy and for financial inclusion as a whole.
The second panel session focused on funding businesses.
With regards to how you fund your business, I think it really depends on the scope and the scale and the type of business that it is that you want to do. Before you can get anyone to invest in your business, really big or small, is that you're going to have to document the vision, the mission, the marketing plan, how you're going to monetize the revenue streams, your break-even, what collateral are you bringing into that business?
The companies you see today, there's at least 2 other large mobility companies in Nigeria today, at least 4 others, and all the 4 others are founded and operated by foreigners. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But there's also something wrong with that. Because once these companies begin to scale and become big, if these companies are owned mostly by foreigners, then we risk capital flight when they want to exit, right? So it's important for our Nigerian HNIs and investors to begin to take tech entrepreneurs very seriously and begin to take some risks investing in.
The CEO spoke on projects by the bank that has aided SMEs to export their products.
We've actually produced some exporters. A group came together, what you call Zobo, hibiscus. They export them. I think the first batch they did was something in the region of $70,000 or something, So they form themselves into groups after this training and export. That's what we have those numbers coming in, and we'll continue to do the same. We also educate SMEs. You must know about our radio program, SME Forum, every Tuesday, 6:30 a.m., where you bring successful SMEs to share their stories and, guide others.
For Plus TV Africa, Irene Ubani.